Hi, this is Paul Niebuhr with Cynergy Networks. This is a demonstration for the Roxbury Swim and Tennis Club. This is the 2013 Aquatics Registration form, and it's been updated a little bit so that it can be used for the 2014 Aquatics Registration form. You'll see there's a few different parts to the form. There is the top section, which generally gives instructions and detailed information on the form that somebody's filling out or what they're registering for. And then there's the body of the form. And because we're logged in as a member, it can pre-fill a lot of the pieces of information for the member. So for example, the user ID that I'm logged in as is test member, last name being member, first name being test. So the last name is automatically filled in with the last name in my profile. Likewise, the member ID. Member ID is in my profile on the website. Website knows what it is. I'm logged in. It's pre-filled my member ID for me. Same thing with the email address, and I could have very easily filled in the phone numbers. I'm just going to fill them in right now. The emergency contact name I pre-filled with the first name from the profile, and then a space, and then the last name from the profile. Just fill out the rest of this form. There's a few different options for entering dates, including a pop-up calendar. For something like this where you're going back years, it's definitely easier to let them enter the month, day, and year. Now we have the different options. So the swim and dive teams, these are grouped together in one kind of a field set. And then anywhere in a form we can add just a little bit of text instructions. This is set up so that you can enter more than one. Here there's only one choice, so we'll select that. This is a drop-down list for a number of swim caps, and I'll click on submit, and then a couple of things happen. One, it saves all this information in a table on the website that you can download later. It emails a confirmation to some administrator of the whatever the registration is for. It can also email a copy of what was entered in the form to the person that filled out the form, and then it sends you to a thank you page. This is a very simple thank you page, but it can be pretty much anything. Now we're going to take a look at this from the administrator side. We're now editing the form as an administrator. We give the form a title, and that's what obviously shows right here. I can put it in the menu if I want, so that it is either a drop down under one of the existing menu items, or it can go right on the primary menu bar. This body section here is what showed on the top of the form. And there's an editor that looks very much like the Microsoft Office editors. It requires generally very little training to get somebody up and going very quickly. The rest of this information is probably a little too much for this video. I want to get right to the web form elements. These are all the form elements for this particular registration form. The label is what shows up above the text box, or what the place where the member gets to enter something. We have a lot of different types of things that we can ask them for. Text field is just an ordinary text box. Email address does some special formatting, checking to make sure that a valid email address is entered. There's a date. The field set is the thing that we saw before, where it grouped the different options of the swim and dive teams together. The default value is something that we generally will pull in from the profile of the person that is currently logged in, but we can also just put in any kind of a value, straight text or a number or anything like that. And we have this for the entire form. We can take a look at just one of these. Take a look at the last name component. Again, here's the label, field name is the how it's going to be stored in the database. Default value, and again I can pull something from the profile, the user's profile, or I can type anything that I want in there. Description, that is a line that will go beneath the box that the person is entering. So if you're letting them just enter a date without the drop downs that we showed, you can put something in there that says like mm/dd/yyyy, whatever format you want them to enter it in. We get to say whether it's mandatory or not. I'm not going to go through each and every one of these entries, but they all pertain to how you want the field displayed and how you want the information tested, whether it's mandatory or not, those kind of things. Generally, what happens is we'll set up a big form for a client that has all the different options that they may want on any kind of form, and then what they'll do is they'll make a copy of it. So this, you see this clone button right here. This is going to make a complete duplicate of that entire form, and then I can go in and change it around to make it specific to the event that I want to let people register for. We're just going to take a quick look over at the Stanwich Club right now. We basically set up one form for Stanwich, and they've gone in and they've created all these forms just by cloning the one form that we created for them. They have people use online signups for pretty much everything. So if we take a look at the Children's Christmas Brunch with Santa, you can see here's their text on the top, which they've customized for this Christmas brunch, and then here's all the things that they want to ask the person when they sign up. So if we just go back and we take a look at, say, the Children's Christmas Brunch with Santa, I mean it's pretty much the same questions, and that's the way I think a lot of the clubs find their forms. You're asking the same questions over and over, maybe just slight modifications. So it's very easy to set up new forms. One last thing, or one more thing that I want to show you is the email that the administrator gets. This is what it looks like when it was submitted, the user ID, the person that submitted it, and all the things on the form that they filled out. Likewise, like I said, you can have an email sent to the person that filled out the form, and you can have whatever you want put in there. It doesn't have to be all this. You can type whatever you want. Thank you for your registration, you're confirmed, or we will get back to you with your confirmation. So to come back to our original form, I'd like to show you also how you can get the results. So I clicked on the little results tab here, and you can see that actually I filled this form out twice as a member. And those are things that you can restrict as well. You can say that a member can only fill out the form once. You can say that the member can fill out the form as many times as they want, or a specific quantity that they can fill out, whether they can go back and edit previous form submissions. There's a lot of things that you can do. I can view any one of these particular form submissions, and it shows me everything that was filled out on the form. I can also download all the results and open it up in Microsoft Excel. So here you can see laid out in a spreadsheet all the things that were filled out in the form. That pretty much wraps up this demonstration. If you have any questions, please feel free to give me a call. My cell phone number is area code 203-984-9887, and this is Paul Niebuhr for Cynergy Networks. Our website is www.cynergynetworks.com. That's Cynergy with a C, and the networks is plural. Thanks very much.